The legend.
How you doing, mate? You okay?
How you doing? Good to meet you, mate.
Good to see you.
You okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
I'll address the elephant in the room. You're 48, and this is your 29th season of, professional football, basically.
Yeah.
What's your secret? Like, how have you lasted this long?
Do you know what? I just think I've never ever stopped.
You are definitely one of the older players, but you're still scoring a lot of goals. What is it, 19 for the season now?
Yeah, 19 in the league. But, you know, what's nice as well is I'm not just a player who's coming on for 15 minutes. Or, you know, I've started every game and I'll usually play 90 minutes.
Where did that love for football start?
I come from Huyton, a place in Liverpool, which is not really a glamorous area. All you would do is get your football and you'd go over the field and play, or you'd play in the street. And I remember by ours, we would have like a mini World Cup in the summer where you'd go and play a different street and then they'd come to yours and we'd swap around different
Home and away.
And we'd do that right through the summer holidays.
And then that's how Lee Trundle came to be. It's unbelievable. It's been a beautifully long career. I grew up watching you do all these skills on a pitch. Were you always that sort of player?
No, I would always play that
really?
way. I would always be a person that would go and get on the ball and try and take people on. And probably in my younger years, that was probably something that probably stopped me from going further, because I'd either score a goal or I'd get the ball took off me. I would never pass it. I never had any coaching until I was 24 when I went into professional football at Wrexham. You know, I think going from it was the League of Wales at the time, which is the one above this, into League One with Wrexham. That was probably a little bit where you think, you know, this is a big jump now, and, you know, how are you gonna do? But then on my debut, I ended up scoring a bicycle kick and then set the winner up for 3-2. And then I went into to score 7 goals in my first 4 games as well. So it just made me settle in and think, you know, I can play at this level.
It's been a beautifully long career, but you've had a lot of highlights in there, and I know I'm starting from the beginning. You came up and were almost known, like in the streets, as they say, as like the UK Ronaldinho. Like, that was as close as we were going to get. Do you remember those times where you were like, I heard that?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, you know, I think because these are players that I love watching. You know, the likes of, so the Brazilian R9 was my favourite. Ronaldinho. If I watch a game of football, I love seeing players like that. And it's probably it's going out of the game a little bit now, where you have that individual flair, and it's sad to see, because, you know, that's how I love playing. 20 years ago, you were 28, you're playing your best football at Swansea. If you said to 28-year-old Lee Trundle, you're going to be playing football in 20 years, would you believe him? Yeah, I would, you
really?
know. Because it's just something that I love doing.
Good.
I love being out on the pitch, and I don't think there's nothing better. You know, you speak to any ex-footballer, and they say their best times are when they were out there or when they're in the dressing room with the boys. And there's lads in here who I've played with their dads, and now I'm playing with the sons as well. So that's where we're at.
Well, Lee, because I've got you here, I feel like it would be such a missed opportunity for me to not try and emulate some of your best skills and goals with your advice.
Of course,
okay.
I'll walk you through a few things.
Lovely, let's go. Cool. Right, first one, your penalty. Your little cheeky, put the ball down and kick it.
It was, I placed the ball, and then I would wait for the referee to blow his whistle. And then I just put my hand up as though I was going to fix the ball. And then as I bent down, I would just put it in like that.
Right, okay. I'm now about to take it, and then, so wait a minute, Lee, let me, I just got to... This next one, this is probably a bit harder. Your famous shoulder roll. I don't know how you did that.
I just in that little groove there.
Okay,
so that's
there.
why it would stick. Put it up and then round your shoulder.
Okay, so it's
but
like
I think it's hard if it's not thrown into you.
Okay, right, come on then.
Oh yeah! First time. Well done.
I've never done that in my life, by the way. Okay, last one. Your favourite goal.
Yeah.
Chest, coming across, volley. I mean, that's just great technique.
Oh yeah, and as I say, my favourite goal, and especially for in a cup final as well, it always goes down as like a special occasion. So it was Leon Britton who crossed it from that side, and then I've chested it, left foot volley across the goalkeeper there.
How am I going to do this?
I could throw it to you.
Okay, just a big throw, and then just a chest. Yeah! That'll do. It wasn't the exact replica, but you know what? It's in off the bar. So.
No, it was good. Good technique.
Lee, this has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. And I hope we get to see a lot more years of you playing football, because it is just a joy. It's been a pleasure.
Brilliant.
Thank you so
Thanks
much,
a lot.
Lee.
Thank you,
mate.